This is the intro to Culta Hip Hop's next video. What do we have, Dave?
I thought you were bringing me something.
Am I bringing you something? Oh, we got something that might be good for all of us.
What's this?
I don't know. It's another cut off of Dak's latest album.
I already like it.
Yeah,
The video
all right,
now.
Okay, it is called Suffocating.
Okay, right on, right on. This is a new track by him?
Brand new track off the new album, Pain Paints Paintings.
Called Suffocating. Let's do it.
#1 album in the world. I told you to trust me, and now we got it. Dak, you're probably out celebrating right now. Give me a call when you can. We have to get that contract signed. You don't have to read it. I've gone over everything. And remember, for tonight at the talk show, keep it light, keep it positive. Nobody wants to hear anything negative and this sad shit. Your life is about to be changed, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Sign that contract.
Kind of appreciate he always puts effort.
Into everything he does. It's not everything he does is something.
Yeah.
To Dax.
Yeah.
You know, whether it gets across to his audience or not, usually does, but he's always a guy who's going to give something internal because that's just him. He can't go light. You know, he can't just unless he's in some, but when it's his stuff, he brings out a hammer of some sort.
Let's do it.
Sometimes I just sit in my room and just hold my breath. And let all the pressure and anxiety build up. And just let the time pass by. At first I couldn't breathe, now I'm suffocating. Maybe the pressure from the fame isn't worth what I'm chasing. I don't know. I used to say God's playing, now the devil's on my team acting foul and it's all flagrant. Trying to push me off the path that I'm steady paving. Sin is the currency and every day I'm making payments. I don't want to live in it, but I heard a saying good knows evil cause the houses are both adjacent. I don't know if I should go for these goals. I've seen people gain the world but lose their souls. My anxiety is building as the weight of it grows. I seclude myself in privacy inside my home, and I barely answer calls, and when I see my phone, I'm reminded that the real feeling of being alone is having millions who love you but can leave you, or say that they hate you at the moment they don't fuck with a song. I used to laugh it off, now I hold my breath and suffocate. Then I sit and wait, just to see if I can kill the hate. And as I'm fleeting, I see God at the heaven's gates, then come back down to fight another day. Then I grab that same phone and smile and wave and pour my empty heart into a song that they won't praise. They say patience is the key, but they didn't tell me while I wait I'd be locked inside a steel cage. Something's wrong, I feel claustrophobic. I'm stuck living in the past and not the moment, or the future where my life is only more broken, cause those wounds from the past are still open. I take sips of love and every single time it's poison. I see women who can't see past my employment, or see me as enjoyment, so I can't enjoy it cause the ride's temporary and they leave once they crash and destroy it. I don't think this life is healthy. Why didn't anybody tell me? Everybody'd want help but nobody wanna help me. I'm an ATM, a therapist, and everybody's friendly, and they hide their real intentions but my mind won't let me. If I make a sad song, don't ask me if I'm happy. Fuck a hook, my pain isn't catchy. If you relate or worse feel badly, fucking pity me at least and check in if you at me. That's the only way I know who it touches. That's why I stay awake and answer DMs by the hundreds, so I don't lose myself and fill my stomach with the feeling that I'm here just to suffocate for nothing. If you know real
Man.
It's hard to stop at this one, man.
Yeah, I know, because it's a straight
Yeah,
you know,
this is thick, bro. I mean,
it's
he's
thick
just,
as molasses. So I'm like, wow. He's laying
it all out there. He's singing
Yeah.
slow, articulating every single word, telling me that he's got all these fans, he's lonely, can't find love, can't figure out who his friends are.
Can't trust anyone.
You know, like
They don't want the tracks that he wants, that he likes. They don't like those, you know.
right.
Uh, um,
I think though,
is it really this miserable? We get these stories a lot from young famous dudes and stuff, you know.
Yeah. I think though that's an interesting point though. Is I think that every musician kind of struggles with that. Like we all make music that we like and we put it out. It doesn't do anything, and it's like these things that are just like throwaway ideas are the things that hit. You know, but with Dax, I
Right.
really believe that everything he does, he really feels it from the heart, and you know
That
that's.
I agree with.
But
The
then
question
again, I
is,
would love to hear the things that he's like, you know what, I love this stuff, and you know, I'm not going to release it because I don't, you know, what I mean, I don't know if he does that. I think
I
we
don't
all
know if he
do.
does that either,
Yeah.
because I'm not sure if this is completely the truth or just therapy. This his way of dealing with it, or is he telling us what he's dealing with?
Oh.
You know, let's see.
Pain, and you see it when you look me in my eyes. I try to hide it, but they do not lie. I wanna sleep, but if I try, the demons who creep in my dreams will collide. So I stay up and I stare at the ceiling and ask myself if I should even share these feelings. Then I hear a voice in the distance from a ghost-like image say my pain could be somebody's healing. So I close my eyes and drift to the place that inspires these lyrics. And as I see flames and I scream, I pray it's a place you'll never have to visit.
Damn it, Dax!
He hit the nail on the head though. He says, you know, hey, you know, his pain doesn't deserve a hook, right? This song is not going to have a hook
Right,
because you know
right.
this is him being raw and real. And once again, you know, just talking about the Ring and Tech Nine, where he's like he's singing slow. He wants, you know, something to like really
He
wants
wants
to
to
hear.
be heard.
Yeah, and he's not doing like as much tricky wordplay or you know
No,
abstract
this
thinking in
is
this. It's just
pretty
a straight
straightforward.
up, yeah, little
And that's how
unusual.
I would speak, you know, if in a moment of like clarity or sincerity, or I'm like struggling or something,
Yeah,
I'm not going to spend as much time painting the picture, you know, with all the fancy wordplay and
yeah,
everything. I'm just going to be blunt,
just keep
like
it
a
raw.
hammer. Keep it raw and be like, yo, this is it. This is it. It was a little messianic at the end, you know, as he goes into hell and hopes that he goes there so you know another person struggling wouldn't have to.
Yeah,
It's like, jeez, oh Louise.
well, I'll tell you what, Dax, I appreciate this track.
I
And
do
it's
too.
heavy. It's heavy.
It's heavy and it bugs me on all four corners of my mind because they run into the center and go, well, you know, but he is wealthy, and people do know him, and you still make your choices in life, and you know who you hang around with. That old thing is like you could tell a person by the friends they keep,
mhm.
you know. So if you're really dark and down, you're really making bad choices, or you really have clinical depression, or something like that, as opposed to you've done everything exactly the way you wanted to do, and it's equated this. I feel like there's something that's missed along the line where he's like, you know, he's obviously being real. I just think he's got a bad social setup, or the whole fame is, you know, is he I don't know if he's a single guy or something, or married, or I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big point is that, you know, I think there are a lot of famous people that they built a lot of their firmest relationships before they were famous. You know, I've certainly heard a lot of interviews about this where it's like, you know, how are you stuck? You know, how did you stick with your wife for this long? It's like, well, I knew her when I was we
Beforehand.
were living in a hotel together. You know what I mean, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like that stick through thick and thin. And but obviously, even just life in general, you're gonna, your friends are gonna
It's
change,
good.
and all those
Right.
people you knew before could have been like, now I've known you, give me $5,000. I need help with this car payment.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
they
and
turn
all of a
on
sudden,
you.
like your friends that you thought were your friends aren't your friends anymore. And that's just gonna be natural, dude. You can't like say, I should have picked better. It's just, I, that's just gonna happen. I think. And so,
My doctor said to me once recently, she's like, "You get yourself a good girl, and you won't have to take half of this shit."
right,
And I
right.
was like, I believe
Doctor's
that.
prescription.
Yeah, I was like, that was such a good line.
you
But then
know,
she was like, she's got to be a good one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
And I
it's
was,
just it just goes without saying. The humans, no matter what, if you think you're whether okay, man, I was talking to someone last night, and he was like, man, I thought I was a loner until all this stuff from the past year and a half happened. I realized my soul was not good when
mm,
whenever that happened. I just got
caged in,
yeah,
yeah.
and it's just and I realized that same little thing about myself, and I think that in a lot of ways, can correlate to that because isolation is a thing, and I
God,
think that
it's a huge thing.
fame possibly adds to that isolation.
I think it exasperates all aspects of your being.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean? It
absolutely.
could make good things greater and, any bad thing worse, I would think.
I believe you're probably right. I've
You know,
certainly heard
it's an
that.
accelerant, so it's really important to kind of go a route where it's like be a charitable
Yeah,
person or
I,
something, or
I mean, I think that's a good point. Like you have fame, money, alcohol. They
mm-hmm,
exaggerate everything in your life.
everything.
Like you're
Yep.
like, oh well, if you're like a mean drunk, you might likely have mean things in your life, or oh well, you were such a divorce, for example, is another thing. They're
Ugh,
like, you divorce a person you made, but you're gonna get you divorce a person you married, you're just gonna get that more extreme, and then money,
big time.
like,
The
oh,
money.
you were this person, and then it's like, so yeah, I guess I don't know, it's a lot to think about, man. Dax,
It
that
is
was
a lot to
awesome.
think about. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, Dax. He's an artist. He gives what he has in him, and I hope he's by this time already that he's feeling a whole lot better about
Oh,
things.
dude,
You know.
that's had to be after
Yeah,
this,
you gotta let that out, and it will help people.
All
It
right,
will. It's a good track.
cool.